Hi, Miss Debbie.
Hi.
Always good to have you here.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
So hummingbirds, right?
Oh, it's fun time of the year. Everybody is so excited about hummingbird time.
And I can tell you're excited as well, right?
I am.
So you're going to hang a hummingbird feeder for us today, right?
I am. And hopefully somewhere out there a hummingbird's going to zoom right in.
Oh, we definitely hope so. All right.
Right.
So where would you want to start?
Sure. I've brought some samples of hummingbird feeders and two options of hanging them.
Okay.
Let's start first with the pole. This is a freestanding pole.
Okay.
And you just push it into the ground as deep as you can.
Can you get it?
Oh, maybe I need a little more.
A little help. Sorry, Graham.
Okay. All right.
Think that's going
pole,
anywhere.
yes, it'll hold 4 pounds.
Okay.
So that is going to take care of any good hummingbird feeder.
Okay.
And then the other option we've brought is a suction cup window hanger. This will also hold 4 pounds. And you just push those suction cups to the window till they make that little burp sound, and you know it's on there good and tight.
Okay.
So now we have two options ready to go. Now we're ready to hang up our feeders.
Okay.
They're both nectar feeders, of course. Hummingbirds prefer nectar, which is 4 parts of water to 1 part of white table sugar. And please don't use anything except white table sugar.
Okay.
Honey is bad. You don't want to use that. You don't want to use sugar substitutes. And you don't want to use anything with a red dye to it.
Okay.
Just clear is fine. As you can see, the feeders already have enough coloring on them to attract the birds in. This one also has enough coloring.
So the color alone will bring the hummingbirds for the most part.
It certainly will. Hummingbirds have very good eyesight. They can see from a long distance the flowers. They'll go into the flowers for the nectar and the soft-shelled insects. So what you'll do with this is fill up your reservoir with your sugar water, put your bottom on it, take it outside and turn it over, and this bottom reservoir will fill up with water, and the hummingbirds will go into these little ports to drink. Now, just as if you were at a picnic, who likes to come but the ants?
That's right.
That's right. And the ants will come to your hummingbird feeder, get in the nectar, and the hummingbirds won't want anything to do with it because the ants' bodies will break down in that sugar water.
Okay.
So you can add a water reservoir above it called an ant trap up above your feeder, and then your feeder beneath. So you've got plain water here. I brought some plain water with, and you just fill that up.
Okay.
Only with plain water, because you'll have other little birds that come and sit up here and drink.
Okay.
You don't want to put any oils or anything like that. We've seen lots of little downy woodpeckers and house finch and that just sitting up here thinking it's their own little watering hole. And let's pretend we filled up that hummingbird feeder with the nectar.
Okay.
The other hummingbird feeder is flat, which is nice because you don't have to worry about dripping. And to fill that, you're going to pop it open by putting your thumbs on the center and pulling up. So you put your sugar water here, and this one has a built-in ant trap. So you put your water here and your sugar water here. So we'll go ahead and do that today. So that I brought sugar water, 4 parts of water, 1 part of sugar. We'll fill that up. And that way, if a hummingbird comes by, he won't be disappointed with an empty feeder. And we've got our plain water here.
Okay.
And then, oops, would you help me hang that up there, please? There we go.
Nice.
Perfect. Now that you've got your food up, you need to maintain your feeders.
Okay.
Because hummingbirds, just like us, like to eat out of something clean.
Sure.
That's right. And if you don't maintain your feeders, they will get a mold bacteria, which can be harmful to the birds. Plus, if they come into a feeder that's contaminated with that, they're not going to come back to that site. So, since we have this one as an empty display right now, to clean it, you would just unscrew it, Put it in hot, soapy water. We like Dawn dishwashing liquid because of the breaking up of any oils that might get in there from nature. This one comes apart,
right,
for easy cleaning. Some folks have feeders that's hard to get inside of the bottles, so you can use a brush. And in that water, you might want to put a little bit of vinegar, or maybe just a little bit of bleach to kill any of the mold or bacteria. 9 parts of water to 1 part of bleach, and use a little port brush to clean these areas here. If you maintain your feeder every time you're changing your nectar, you should not have any trouble with the mold and bacteria.
Now, how often would you change the nectar though?
You need to change it every 3 to 5 days, whether the birds drink it or not.
Wow. Okay.
And dispose of that which they haven't consumed, just pour it into the ground.
Okay.
As the heat sets in, then you want to really maintain it every 3 days or even more frequently. If it gets really cloudy, it's time to change it.
Okay. Okay.
The birds have to double their body weight. These little birds don't even weigh as much as a penny.
Wow. It's
And
nothing.
Right. And they have to double that body weight in order to fly for their migration. Don't take your feeder down though. When fall starts trickling into September, late September, early October, please leave it up because you never know, there might be a straggler for whatever reason didn't take the journey.
Okay.
And they have to fly 600 miles across the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how far is that flight? 600
it's
miles?
600 miles across the Gulf Coast. But, for instance, the hummingbirds you see on here during migration during the fall, which is usually early September, late August, might not be the ones you see tomorrow.
Okay.
They migrate at night by themselves, about 200 to 250 miles a night.
Wow.
So maybe it'll be in Jackson tomorrow. Jackson, Mississippi.
Wow, how about birds are pretty?
Isn't that pretty cool?
It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. I like that. All right, Ms. David, we appreciate that demonstration.
You're welcome.
With your hummingbirds feeders, and hopefully the folks will go out and get some feeders and feed those hummingbirds for that long flight, right?
That's right.
All right, thank you much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. To find out more information on this topic, just click on the familyplotgarden.com link in the description.